so many harnesses out there. How do you decide what's right for your dog? We're going to give you some tips on how to choose the right harness today. The original fleece-lined harness is easy to put on and take off. There's 2 clips that snap around the dog's girth so you don't ever have to pick up your dog's feet to put it on. It's very easy. It's also a Y-necked harness, so there's no pressure on the trachea. And actually, canine ophthalmologists really recommend this harness because it doesn't put any pressure on the ocular nerve. So there's probably some other really great points about this harness, and so I'm going to ask Clean Run owner Monica Percival a little bit more about it. What do you like about this harness?
That particular harness comes from England, and it is truly the original fleece harness. They renamed it because there have been a lot of people in different countries copying it. Some of the copies are less expensive, however the stitching is terrible, the nylon quality is terrible, and the fleece is a much lower grade than what they're using. So they really are making a high quality product, and that's why we've stuck with them and import them still, even though there's some less expensive models. It doesn't restrict the dog's shoulders, so a lot of people like that harness for this reason. And if you have a dog with sensitive areas like a whippet, it has fleece on the girth strap as well.
What about pulling? If my dog pulls a lot, is she going to keep pulling me in this harness?
Your dog will pretty much pull you in any harness unless you're going to a no-pull harness. And most of the no-pull harnesses work on the premise that they put pressure on the shoulders to keep the dog from striding out and pulling. So no-pull harnesses are not the best idea for an agility dog because you really don't want him compressing his stride unnaturally. Not a big deal if you're just walking back and forth to the ring, but if you're talking about letting him run around in the harness, I don't recommend it.
Is it easy to fit? Because this is going to fit almost any breed of dog.
They're very easy to fit. There's a big range of sizes. That one, Benny, has a 25-inch chest. You measure about 2 fingers back from his underarms, and you measure around the girth that way. And you take the number and you look on the sizing chart on the website, and boom. And that one we didn't even have to adjust.
The Comfort Flex harness has a chest strap, and it's lightly padded so that it's comfortable on the dog's neck and throat. The pressure is always on the dog's chest. It does not ride up. It also has a handle, so it's nice to lead your dog around with if you need to do that. Super easy to put on. All you have to do is Velcro and snap. Very easy to use. So let's get a few questions answered about this one. What do you like about this harness, Monica?
This harness has a safety system. The Velcro really is the safety system, so that if it came unbuckled, you still have the Velcro, which is very strong Velcro. A lot of people like these for agility because what you can do when you're like ready to go in is I unbuckle it. So then when I'm in the ring,
right,
and put it back on after the run. So it's a nice harness. Some people don't like it because it's on the chest, but I feel it's much higher on the chest than a no-pull harness, and we really have not seen an issue with dogs shortening stride when they're wearing it. So the chest strap isn't that significant in this particular harness, given that you fitted it properly. And a lot of this is all about fit. Any harness can be bad on the dog's shoulders if you haven't fit it properly.
Is it hard to decide how it should be fitted?
Follow the directions on the website, and if you have one of those in-between dogs, call the office. We have lots of experience. We even sometimes have, people that may have a mixed breed, or they have a dog that has a particularly deep chest for its breed or something. A lot of times they'll call and send us a picture, and we can help guide them.
This is the Julius IDC Harness. It's a chest strap harness, and it's made in Hungary. Super easy on and easy off. You just slide it over the dog's head like that and snap the girth strap. Very simple. It has a handle that you can hold on to, and that handle can also be snapped down when it's not in use, so it doesn't get caught on anything. The Julius harnesses are known for their fun interchangeable labels that you can take off and put new labels on again. And also the reflective chest band. What is something interesting or important that we should know about this harness, Monica?
The chest band on this harness sits a little lower than the chest band on the Comfort Flex, so it's not one of my favorite harnesses for that reason. It also will have a tendency to slide from side to side on the dog. It doesn't seem to stay in place quite as well as the others, but it's our most popular harness despite all that. People like them, they like the interchangeable labels. You know, it's a good rugged harness, it's very well made.
This is the Julius Power Harness. It's actually the original Julius harness, so it has a lot of the same attributes as the IDC harness, but with a different cut. It's easy on, easy off with a snap in the girth and also a handle, but this one Velcros down instead of snaps down. Monica, what's the real difference between these two harnesses, the IDC and the Power harness?
The IDC harness was made to be a little lighter weight than the Power harness, and it also has what they call a more sporting cut. Whereas this one, when it's on the dog, is absolutely parallel to the dog's back. The IDC angles down. Functionally, it works really exactly the same. Same issue I have with the IDC. That chest strap rides a little lower than I'm comfortable with, and that was actually the tightest we could adjust it on Benny, and we couldn't put him in a smaller model because it wouldn't fit around his girth because he's deep chested. So again, fit is really important, and one harness your friend may have you think is the coolest, and it may not fit your dog just right.
The Perfect Fit Modular Fleece-Lined Harness is a modular system that allows you to create the perfect fit for any dog. It's unique, it's got a wide front, but it comes in 3 separate pieces, a girth strap, a front piece, and a top piece. And you can choose those separately to exactly fit your dog. It also has 2 rings, a top ring, and one in the front as well, that will allow you to choose where you put your leash, whether it's like a traditional harness or in the front for more control. Monica, what do you think about this particular harness?
This is an awesome harness. It's made by the same people who make the original Fleece harness.
Okay.
And the 3 parts allows you to fit virtually any dog. I think the only dog we have not been able to fit is a Dachshund, and they do actually make a special Dachshund one, and we send people to their website for that because we do not get enough agility Dachshunds to carry them here. The only piece that has any color is the top piece, so you don't get all your colorful options. The front piece and the girth are always black. But great harness, doesn't restrict movement very much at all. Because it doesn't come across the shoulders like a no-pull harness, when you use the front clip, you're really just getting some extra guidance for your dog to point him in your direction and keep him focused on you rather than really restricting his movement.
This is the Balance harness. It's made in the USA, and it has some differences from the other harnesses because of its amazing adjustability. It has different buckles and adjustment opportunities in every area, in the girth area, the top, the neck, everywhere. So that means that you can make it fit your dog as perfectly as possible. It is an all black harness. It has a D-ring on the back and on the front, and it clips at the top, which makes it a little bit easier to get on than some of the ones that clip on the bottom. Monica, what can you tell me about this harness?
The big thing this harness has going for it is the maximum adjustability. You can adjust it on every single axis, so you can fit your dog pretty comfortably, making sure that the harness doesn't dig into the armpits, which I find is a downfall of many harnesses. They slide and they end up in those armpits when you don't want them to. Because both the top piece and the bottom piece adjust, you can increase the length so that it's not riding right under your dog's shoulders. So it's great for adjustability. It allows total free motion. It's recommended by several vets because of that. The dog has full extension of the front legs, and he can abduct the leg, move it away from his side comfortably too without any restrictions. So we like it. It's very popular, and especially because we can fit so many different dogs with it. Just not as flashy looking as some of the other harnesses, you know, but if you truly want a good, well-made harness that's good for your dog, I'd buy this one.